Happy Friday, friends. It is Miss Swan here, and we are going to review some of the stuff we talked about yesterday. So we've been talking about lots of fractions this week, but yesterday we did something that was new, that was a little confusing. It was kind of bigger than what we're used to, and that's okay, because we're going to talk about it some more. And we're going to stretch our brains until we understand it. So I was at H-E-B today, my favorite store ever, and I saw these chocolate bars and I thought, oh my goodness, chocolate bars were on our anchor chart today when we were talking about fractions beyond the whole. And so I decided to buy some. So I have one for me right now and one for me maybe tomorrow. So on our anchor chart that we looked at today, our fraction was divided into 4 equal parts. So we had one whole candy bar, but in each whole candy bar, there are 4 equal parts. You can kind of slide those apart. So I have 2 whole candy bars here. And let's see if these are separate. So one candy bar has 4 pieces in it. So I know that one whole candy bar is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 parts if I have all 4 parts. So if I have 4 fourths, and that is one whole. So I have 4 fourths right here in my top candy bar. Now let's say I just had dinner and I decide that it is time for a dessert. So I decide to eat one. That wasn't enough. Maybe one more. And maybe one more. I don't have 2 wholes anymore. So let's find out what I have. So I know that this top, I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. Now today on Zoom, we were talking about calling that one whole. That is one way you can say it, but I was talking to some of my friends in 2nd grade, and they were telling me that there is another way that might be helpful to say it. So we're going to count, and at the end of each one, we're going to say fourths. So this is 1/4, this is 2/4, this is 3/4, this is 4/4, and this one right there is 5/4. So if I'm writing that, I can write it I can write it in word form, 5/4. Or I can also write it with my number fraction. So if I'm writing 5/4, remember the number in a whole goes on the bottom. So there's 4 pieces in one whole candy bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. And then the number that I have, or that is shaded in, or right now I have left, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5/4. The way we were talking about writing it today in class, which is also a great way to say fractions, is we were saying, okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4/4 of that one. So if I know I have 4 pieces and there's 4 pieces in a whole candy bar, then I know I have one whole. So I'm going to say 1, and then I can look. So if my second candy bar, it was here first, remember? And I ate those pieces. So I have one piece left, but there used to be 1, 2, 3, 4 more pieces, or there used to be 3 more pieces. So I know I have 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1 piece shaded, or 1 piece left out of 4, which is 1/4. And I can write that as a fraction with a big 1, and then I draw my fraction bar in the middle, and I have this 1 represents this candy bar up here, this big one, and this fraction is going to represent the part of this candy bar that I have left. So I have 1 left, and 1 full candy bar is equal to 4 parts. So I can say, when I look at this fraction, I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fourths, or I can say 1 and 1/4. Let's look at it with the other treat I got, because candy bar chocolate was just not enough. And I thought I maybe needed to add some of my other favorite candy bar. Actually, this is my absolute favorite candy bar ever. A Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. So if you look at my Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, I divided it into 4 equal-ish pieces. You can see those 4 equal pieces right here. And I have one more with me. They're sticky. All right, here's my second candy bar. Okay. So I have, you know how many I have? I have two whole ones. Or if I'm doing the thing where I count my pieces, so I know that one candy bar has 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, I can say, oh, this is equal to 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 5/4, 6/4. Oh, I skipped. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, and 8/4. So total, this is 8/4, or 2 whole. I have 2 candy bars, or I have 8/4. All right, this one, I ate just 2 pieces of this. Just 2 pieces of this one. That's all. Just a little bite. I ate so much of the big candy bar. So let's look at how many I have left. I know that it takes 4 to make a whole. 4 pieces to make 1 whole candy bar. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So this is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, and 6/4. So I can write that 2 ways. I can write 6/4. Or I can do my fraction. So underneath I put the 4 because I know for 1 full candy bar it takes 4. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6/4. The other way, the way that we were trying to do it today, if you can connect it, is I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a whole. I have 1 whole. So I'm going to write 1, and I don't write whole, I just write 1 and. 1 and. And then let's see, so I wrote that one down, so that one's out. This one, 1, 2, out of, how many pieces did it take for the whole one? Exactly 4. So I have 2 fourths, or 1, remember, if we have 1 whole, that's a big 1. A big 1, and then your fraction, the numbers are smaller. So if I have 2/4, the first number goes on top, and the second number goes on bottom because we had 4 total in 1. Those are the 2 ways we can write it. Now I know some of this is confusing, so you guys have a puzzle piece now, and I just want you to do the best you can do. You have 2 options for the puzzle piece. The puzzle piece, it has a picture of a fraction that goes over 1 whole. And on Schoology, there's a little button where you can record yourself saying one of these answers. So telling me what that fraction is worth. If your recording isn't working, then you can send me a message on Schoology, and that will also work. All right, friends. Thank you for watching me snack. Have a good rest of your day.